Hey, how's it going? This is Melinda and welcome to my channel. Today I want to talk to you about something I've never done when it comes to vinyl collecting. I actually traded off one of my records, and I traded off my most valuable, most expensive record that I have in my collection. So I'm going to share with you what I got in exchange, and I'm curious to hear what you have to say about it. So if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe and hit the notification bell. It really does help me a lot, and thank you so much for your support. I really appreciate it. Let's go ahead and get started. Before I show you what I traded off, I want to give a thank you and a shout out to Toad Hall Books and Records. They recently sent me this wonderful little t-shirt. I love the frog. It's such a comfortable shirt, and I really love them. They come out of Rockford, Illinois. They sent me also this amazing CD, Cheap Tricks in Another World, a fabulous record, and I'm a Cheap Trick fan. And I have to say, this is a fantastic record. It's so refreshing. That a band that came out of the 70s and I grew up listening to and loving still puts out quality music. Robin Zander's vocals are still killer. They sound like they did in the 80s and the 70s. He's just so gifted, and he has protected his vocals very well. And you know, the first song off of this album is called The Summer Looks Good on You. And of course, a lot of bands and artists, they want to have what is considered the song of the summer, kind of a gimmick. So I kind of rolled my eyes at first when I thought, they made a song about summer. Of course they did. But this is killer. It's so good. And the whole album is, and they have rockers, and Robin sings beautiful ballads. This takes you everywhere, from the first record they ever made to Dream Police to The Flame. It's just everything you want in a Cheap Trick record. And thank you so much to Toad Hall for sending this wonderful CD. I'm definitely getting the vinyl version of this album as well. It's fantastic. They also sent me another Chicago band, Taboo Blah Blah. This is a vinyl record I honestly would have never ran into had they not sent it my way. It's a rock record. It's got a little punk tinge, a lot of attitude, and they're really a great band out of Chicago. And this is a limited edition vinyl version, and my copy is number 175 out of 200. So, you know, just really cool to discover something I would have never found on my own. This is Taboo Blah Blah. The album is called Junkyard Greenhouse. Please check it out. Really cool. If you love punk, you'll love it. It's a fantastic record. Now let's go ahead and get started with why I wanted to make this video. I am trading off the most expensive record in my collection. And if you watched a video I made a few months ago, one of the records I least expected to ever become so valuable is now worth a lot of money. This is Taylor Swift's album 1989, but this is not your regular version. This is the Record Store Day exclusive. There were 300 and 750 records made, and my copy is number 14. It is on a really pretty pink vinyl. I love this album. I wouldn't say I'm a diehard Taylor Swift fan, but I've always liked this record. And a week before Record Store Day, I had bought a black vinyl version of this at Target and took it home, and the warp was so bad on it, I immediately returned it. So on Record Store Day 2018, I had already bought my Pink Floyd record I wanted, my Rolling Stones record. I'd gotten everything else, and so I started looking at these Taylor Swift records. I kind of had money in my pocket to burn that day, I don't know. I bought this one and a few others, and this one just really shocked me as how much it has gone up in value. The last time it sold, it was for over $700 on Discogs. Same with eBay. I've been keeping it on eBay, It sold for over $1,000 on eBay, and the most it's sold for on Discogs was over $1,200. One record, it's 2 LPs, but it's still one record sold for over $1,000. So this is a great record. And someone, reached out to me. They saw that I had this record and they offered to do a trade with me. So let me show you also. Here's the pink vinyl. I'm not taking it out. It is officially no longer my record. It is going to be shipped out as soon as this video is done. Here is the 2 LP set. So someone reached out to me and said that they were a huge Taylor Swift fan. They had all of those record store day records like I have, and 1989 is their favorite album. It means the most to them. They asked me to do a trade. I'd never done a trade before. It was really kind of weird for me. I didn't really know what to think. So they sent a few records that I couldn't resist, and we made the deal. But they sent the records, and they sent a few just as a thank you for making the deal. So let me show you the thank you records they sent my way. First off, a 12-inch single of Brice Springsteen's Dancing in the Dark. The person who did the trade, this is their favorite artist, and they wanted me to have this. It's just a happy, feel-good song. I love Dancing in the Dark. It was really popular when I was really young, and I've always enjoyed that. So thank you so much for sending that my way. And also, they watched a video that I made with my husband. I was talking about how we love sitting at the outdoor fireplace, and I've been listening to a lot of Bob Dylan. So he sent me Bob Dylan's Greatest Hits Volume 2. Just last week, I showed the mobile fidelity version of Volume 1, but I didn't have this one. So it's a 2 LP set, and it was just really kind of him to send. He didn't have to do it, but he wanted to. So I really appreciate that record. And not only did he send these 2 records, he sent this one, Surfer Girl by the Beach Boys. And this is an Analog Productions, pressed at Quality Record Pressings. I love Analog Productions, acoustic sounds. They do no wrong, and I know this record is going to sound fantastic. I haven't had a chance to listen to it yet, but I've heard rave reviews. So for him to just send this one my way was unbelievable and very kind of him. So here is the meat and potatoes, so to speak, of what the trade was about. I bought Taylor Swift's 1989 album at Record Store Day because I wanted the music. I actually like that record by Taylor Swift. So he sent me his black vinyl version of this. And it's out of print right now. It's very hard to find. So I'm still have the music. Even though I made the trade, I still have it on vinyl. I will still be able to listen to it anytime I want to. So that was a very cool one. Right now, it's selling for about $50 to $100. It's going to be in print probably really soon, but right now, you just can't buy it anywhere. And he threw that one in knowing it would help me make my decision. So to sweeten the pot, he also sent this other record my way, Magical Mystery Tour by the Beatles. This is a 1978 copy, and it is in really excellent condition. All of the pages of this booklet are still intact. Let me see if I can open a page so you can see it. Yeah, this one's one of my favorites. I love it. This is a cool record, one of my favorites by the Beatles. Why do I care about this record? Well, I think it's really cool because it is on a yellow vinyl, and I do have the white album. I have the purple capital label white album on white vinyl. I also have their greatest hits that come on the red album, the blue album. I have all of those on the red and blue vinyl. So it's very cool because I've never seen Magical Mystery Tour. I've never seen this yellow version of it before. It's not easy to find, and he had a copy in really great condition. So he sent it my way as part of the trade. Here is one of the heavy hitters of what he decided to send my way. He knew I was getting into jazz. When this record came out and was for sale, I was a newbie and I'd never heard it. I didn't buy this. And now on the secondary market, it would be insane to buy. It's very expensive. But this was part of the trade. This is the Mobile Fidelity Original Master Recording One Step of Mingus Ahum by Charles Mingus. And I had never heard this album before. When he offered this as a trade, I did go on YouTube. I gave it several listens, and it is a really great record. I enjoyed it a lot. Side 3 on here kind of gets into a little bit of a free jazz, a little crazy, but it's a very good record, and I really enjoy it a lot. And this One Step sounds beautiful, a great record. I was never going to buy this on the secondary market, so to do a trade, it worked for me very well. And this is copy number 265 out of 6,000 copies. So that was a really cool one. I really appreciate it. Now, the next one is the heavy hitter. This is very special. So, drum roll, here we go. Billy Ocean, Suddenly. Nah, I'm just kidding. This really wasn't part of the trade. I have a friend named Jeff from Just Various Vinyl, and he's laughing right now. Y'all are probably wondering what in the world's going on. That was just a little private joke. Now, here we go again. Here is the heavy hitter. Here's why I did the trade. This is the Craft Recording small batch version of Yusef Lateef's Eastern Sounds. He had been able to buy one of these records. It's incredibly hard to find. There were limited to 1,000 copies. I even made a complaint video and kind of talked bad about this. I didn't even try to buy it because I knew I wasn't going to be fast enough to pick up a copy. But the person who did the trade with me was able to get a beautiful copy of this record. And I've still got it in the shrink here, but I have opened it and listened to it. And I did give it several listens before I made the trade. I wanted to make sure it was a record that I truly loved. This is one of my favorite jazz records of all time. It's so gorgeous. And this particular copy of it by Craft Recording sounds amazing. So even though I put them down for only making 1,000 copies of it, bravo for the copy they made. It sounds beautiful. I don't have anything to compare it to, but I don't need anything. It's killer. It is a beautiful copy of this record. And like I said, they only made 1,000. And the Taylor Swift Record Store Day record that I am trading is copy number 14. And when I opened this one, I was pretty floored. This is copy number 6. Unbelievable. So out of 1,000 copies, I have 0006. I normally do not care about numbers, but when you get something under 100, that's pretty cool. And when you get something under 10, I mean, copy number 6, that's really cool. So, I think I did pretty good. Time will tell whether that Taylor Swift record keeps rocketing in value. It might. Maybe some of these will go up in value. I have no idea. I traded based on the fact that I was going to love the records I was getting in return. I listen to these, I love them, and I enjoy them. And I know that the person who is getting the Taylor Swift record loves Taylor Swift in the way I love Eddie Van Halen. They're a huge fan. It is a record to treasure for them. So for me, no matter how much the money swings back and forth, I feel like I made a great deal. I got some records that I'm going to treasure, and the kind and sweet person who sent all these records my way ahead of time, they had to take a huge leap of faith because I haven't sent that Taylor Swift record yet, and that was one of the deals. They had to send the records my way first. They took a gamble with me and sent everything my way. So, quality person. I would love to meet them in person. I know they're fabulous, and this person is just a really great person, and I love doing this trade with them. I probably wouldn't have done it if it'd been anybody else. that just speaks to the quality of the character of the person I made this trade with. So thank you so much, and thank you all for watching. Please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell because it really does help me. I will see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.